Hi! Lately, I experienced a weird eSIM communication issue. I wanted to roll out an update, and it worked for one card, but for some reason it didn't for another. And the second card didn't even send any response data. At least that's what the OTA platform told us that we used in this case. So what now? How can we resolve this issue? Well, the only hope in this case is Comprion's OTA Translator feature, which allows us to have a look into the data transmission. As a setup, we use the Minimove and the Interoperability Test Center. Alright, let's have a look on the transmitted data without the OTA translator. We start the trace and instruct our OTA platform to send the update script. So now we see in our Vice application layer that some off-code communication is happening. We can't really tell what it is because it is encrypted. Time to activate the translator. We open up the session configuration, go to OTA processing and add the key that is required to decrypt the communication. SCP-81 in this case. We put in the key identifier PSK-ID01 and the key itself, which is stored on the card. Now we select the views we'd like to see. That would be the Bearer Independent Protocol, the HTTP protocol, and the Remote Management Application layer. And now that we see the HTTP messages, we notice something odd. We can see the post requests by the card, but we don't see any response from the OTA platform. If we take a look into the second post request, we see that there is no error indication, just another empty response. It appears that the card is retrying the request to see whether data is being returned or not. Let's switch to the Bearer Independent Protocol layer to see if there's really no response from the server. With a close look, we see that there is actually a response from the server to the card, but it is not appearing in our HTTP layer. Maybe the info view will give us a hint of why that is the case. Here we see the errors from before and after we configured the key. We see a warning here, stating that an HTTP message with the body was encountered, although neither content length nor transfer encoding was set. So here we have the problem. Apparently, the OTA platform sent a response that was not valid. It was missing the required content length or transfer encoding data. Without such a header, the server cannot send any data to the card, and thus we do not see any response being logged in our monitoring. With this information, we can now contact our OTA platform vendor and request a fix for this issue. The OTA translator feature is a game changer, because you can only start solving problems if you can read them.